Hey there, Trump supporters. Look, I wanted to give you a heads up on something that you might not have heard about yet because it's a pretty new trend that's going on here. Um, Look, uh, if you noticed, a bunch of y'all ain't wearing them Trump hats anymore, them red hats and stuff, all that stupid stuff, flying them stupid flags and all that. A lot of you stopped doing that. That's because of the new trend there. See, the new cool thing to do, the new cool kids club, getting off the Trump train. Yeah, people are doing it left and right now. That's the cool thing to do. So you don't have to worry about it anymore around your buddies and stuff like that. You can say I'm off the Trump train because that dude's an idiot, and they'll be like, "Man, you're smart, and you're brave for doing that." Is what they'll be like, or you don't have to say anything at all because a bunch of y'all are recognizing that you were wrong about that idiot, you know. And I know that all them Democrats and stuff was telling you that the whole time. It was like, look, don't do that. This guy's going to ruin America. And y'all was like, oh, he's going to make America great again. They knew that that was not going to happen because he's stupid and he's a con man and a criminal. And they knew that. And the thing is, y'all knew it too. Y'all knew it too. But you had this thing about wanting to own the libs, you know, because you lost that one there in 2020. And you're like, well, we got to redeem ourselves and put that idiot back in the White House again. And that's what y'all did there. So, and with all that Russian propaganda and all that stuff. Now, some of you still out there listening to that Tim Pool and stuff that y'all know was being paid by Russia to spread all that Russian lies and stuff to you. Brainwash your dumbasses. So, anyway, some of you still listening to it. Some of you will never get off that train. You just won't because, you know, you can never admit you're wrong. That ego's a big thing, ain't it? But anyway, there's a bunch of you getting off that train, and we know because of the way that it is. See, those Republican congressmen and stuff, too big of cowards to go do town halls in their own districts. The districts that elected them, they're too big of cowards to even go to the people that elected them and talk to them. So you know what's happening now? Democrats are going to those Republican districts and they're talking to people there. And guess what's happening? About half those people that are showing up voted for Krasnov, that big orange bloated syphilis up Adderall riddled idiot that you voted for, Donald F. and Trump. About half those people are showing up there to listen to a Democrat talk because the Republicans are too big of cowards to even show up there. And what they're finding out is whenever they actually listen to those Democrats talk, they realize they make sense. They realize that their beliefs, their policies are more in line with what they really want rather than those coward Republicans are. Once they really finally listen to them, see, and it ain't filtered through Fox faking news and all that stuff, or Donald F. and Trump just lying to you on his Truthless Social. Once they get it from the horse's mouth, they realize, wait a minute, this guy's speaking my language. This is what I want, yeah? And that Pete Buttigieg, he went on a right-wing podcast, and them dudes on that podcast, turns out they agreed with everything that he said. Yeah, agreed with everything. See how that works is whenever you're not being spun a bunch of lies by like the Sean Hannity's, you know, Donald Trump's man mommy, Shawnee mommy. Whenever you're not being spun a bunch of lies and you actually get an unfiltered conversation from one of them Democrats, you realize that they ain't half bad. They actually speaking the language. They want to do the things that you want done, is what happens. Some people are starting to figure that out there. That's why Bernie Sanders and AOC are going around the country and having these rallies, and they're doing packed houses everywhere they go because they're speaking the language. It's not being filtered through Fox faking news and Russian propaganda like the Twitter Spaces, X, you know. So anyway, look, I'm just telling you, the cool thing to do right now is get off that Trump train. You can do it now because you see what's happening. Now, I know a lot of y'all was out there real concerned about all these high prices there, and them Bidenomics, you know, even though you knew that Joe Biden's economy was the best in the world at the time, and he handed that economy to Donald F. and Trump there. Well, now then, hey, look what's happened to America. We're going to wind up with one of the worst economies in the world in just 3 months. He did it in just 3 months, y'all. So I know you wanted them lower prices and all that stuff. See what we're going to wind up with? No prices, y'all. We ain't going to have any prices. You know why? Because the Walmarts and the Home Depots, they went and called Donald F. and Trump into a meeting and said, hey, buddy, you keep this crap up, we ain't going to have nothing on our shelves to sell to nobody. Turns out they weren't lying. They weren't lying at all. All these shipments and stuff that usually show up over in the LA ports, the busiest ports in the world, ain't hardly nothing going on anymore. Matter of fact, China sent some cargo ships with a bunch of empty containers just to punch Krasnov in the face, So, anyway, so we're not getting all those shipments and stuff because of Donald Trump's effing trade wars and stuff. So don't have to worry about paying them higher prices. Don't have to worry about paying no prices because there won't be nothing to buy. Okay, scarcity is what we're going to be looking at now. Hey, and guess what that scarcity is going to do? That means the products that are available are going to skyrocket. You know why? Scarcity. That's why right there. Because there won't be enough to go around. That's why. And guess what else comes along with that? No jobs. That's right, no jobs. Nobody to have ain't nothing for nobody to do if nobody's buying nothing. If nobody's making the economic wheels spin, them big gears turn. If ain't nobody making them gears turn, ain't no need to have jobs. So massive layoffs. And it's happening already. Now, here's the thing. These small businesses and stuff are already having to close up shop and lay off people because they rely on those Chinese goods. Yep, they do. And what happens is whenever you have scarcity and the prices go up because of tariffs, their business model don't work anymore. It breaks their business models, and they wind up having to get rid of people to even try to stay afloat. Hey, y'all did that. Well, because your egos were too big to ever admit you was wrong, and because you needed to own the libs just one last time and put that idiot back in the White House. Y'all did that. So anyway, over the weekend, he decided to go ahead and lie to you one more time. Or after he went to the Pope's funeral there and slept through it and pooped on himself, playing with his cell phone, stuff like that, like a little kid that can't pay attention to nothing. But it ain't nothing new, y'all. Remember, we watched him sleep all through his trial there, his criminal trial there for paying hush money to a porn star, sleeping all through it, pooping his diaper the entire time, just cutting it loose in there, stinking up the whole damn courtroom, and wasn't nobody could stand to be around him. Same way at the Pope's funeral. Nobody could stand to be around him, old stanky ass. So anyway, after he made a fool of himself there with his blue suit and everything, well, what he was doing on his phone, reading the poll numbers, and found out that they're in the garbage is where they're at. His poll numbers are in the garbage. Worst of any president within 100 days in 80 years, basically since they've been doing polling. So he saw that, so he decided to come on out and lie to you one more time and let you know, we know what we're going to do. We're making so much money on these tariffs, we're going to stop making people pay taxes because we got all the money we need. Now, we're not going to do it right now, but it's going to happen. Just like that no tax on tips and that no tax on Social Security and no tax on overtime. Remember that? He told you all about that. Never happened. That's not in that bill with that $4.5 trillion tax cuts for the rich. He's lying to you again, just in case you're still on that Trump train for some stupid reason. Like I said, a lot of you are wising up and jumping off. You might want to do that too. You don't want to be the last one on that train, do you? I mean, you look like an idiot right now just by still being there. So anyway, you're getting screwed over. I hope that you're embarrassed if you have the ability to even do that. But anyway, you were told this was going to happen. So if he don't change what he's doing like immediately, and it's probably too late already, if I'm being honest, you're going to start noticing that there's going to be certain things in these stores that just aren't there anymore. Scarcity, high prices, massive layoffs, and you all did that to this country. Inmate Trump.